Hello everyone, my name is Brando and welcome to our Tribe Tales. And I would like to welcome you to our ice post. This is our outpost atop a waterfall located barely north of the snow bubble. We are technically outside of the bubble. I now can see that I'm missing a wall right there. I'll get that placed later. Also, this outpost is made of tech buildings because in the last Ark episode, we discovered the easiest and fastest way to get element on Ark Ascended. In today's video, we take on another large element vein, but this time we are going to go in solo. You know what? I have a tech suit on, but no element, huh? Okay. Honestly, I'll go get my stuff, and you guys can just start enjoying the element vein. Okay, so it took me some time, but I finally found a large element vein. And yes, I have been flying again. I know my challenge on Extinction was no flyers, but that didn't last too long. I did start out that way though. Once I got some snow owls and griffins tamed up though, I went ahead and started using these griffins a lot. What kind of car char did I bring with me though? Snorlax. That means he likes his food and is our fathomless car char. Lapras is our endurant one, which honestly is a little bit better for these challenges, but that's okay. Since I do have Snorlax on me, it does mean I get to keep everything, since everything in his inventory is going to get a weight reduction by 80%, which is incredible. I did end up soloing a small element vein first, and it was pretty successful. Now that has given me the courage to try this big boy by myself. First, I want to take out all of these trees down so I can see a little bit more. The car char can knock down these trees just by walking through them, so I don't even have to bite down and risk breaking the spikes to clear the debris. Ultimately, what dealt the most damage on the smaller node when I soloed it was myself. The car char's bite has a huge radius. We did mention this in the last episode. And it does over 1,000 damage per bite to the node, which is quite insane. Where are these first few creatures at? When I took on the element node with stick, we sped up and cut out the end of the rounds, and I probably will be doing this again because it can take a while to find those last couple of creatures. And I don't want to bore you guys just sitting around waiting for creatures to show up. Last time, the alpha element vein gave us about 366 element sheets. So if we can do this solo, that is a great yield to pull off by ourselves. Which is good because I'm wanting to build a mega tech base. Not just an outpost like we have here in Extinction. I'm wanting to do a main base on the center made out of completely tech. Oh, we just got an update in Ark 2 and it added in blue little circles around the corrupted dinos that are trying to kill the element node. That should make the end of these rounds go by quicker. Absolutely love that. Cool, here's these guys too. Awesome. Nice, that made that process less painful, so love that. Now we can start round 1, because that was kind of round 0. Car char, we are not flying today. This element vein is in an awful location for car chars. Lots of little rocks and hills, and mine keeps flying all over the place. A little update on what I've been doing here on Extinction. I am currently breeding up our first stats for the Mana Garmers. I need to get, I think, HP for the Venusaurs. I don't know, it's only one stat and they're looking good. I think it's HP. I need HP and weight on my Arctic Griffins, I know that. Those things are so cool. I'll be making a whole video about them later. Armadogos is looking good too, got lots of good stats on them. Basically, for the Armadogos, Griffins, Snow Owls, and I think the Venusaurs, I'm only needing like 1, maybe 2 more stats. Then I can consider them my golden lines, having 4 great stats. I also have some really cool essences I've got here on Extinction, like some Fathomless Griffins, Nightmare Armadoggos, Taser Volinosaurs. I want to make sure to get good lines for all of the Extinction creatures since I did not get to do that on Aberration. My fault on that one though, I wanted to start completely fresh on Aberration and that didn't lead a lot of time for breeding good stats. I should have just transferred a lot of my stuff from the center over to Ab once I got established, so that way I could get good lines going. I just ultimately didn't do that. It looks we got a good chunk of them stuck down here. I'm sure this will happen most rounds, but honestly, this element vein challenge isn't that hard. It's definitely easier than the hardcore OSDs that are on this map. Also, in my opinion, these are a lot easier than the parkour challenge on the center. If you have a decent level card char and have some levels pumped into it, you should be just fine to solo this yourself. My card char does have 33,000 HP and has like 460-ish% damage, but I guess let me just say this is an in-game challenge, so as long as you are prepared, it should be fairly easy. Round 1 was pretty easy. Now we are starting round 2 with a good amount of HP left on the node. The node did not take much damage, so let's hope we can keep the node nice and protected like we did in the previous round going into round 2. We are starting to get wyverns on this round. Now the element waves don't have rock drakes or reapers, so the worst of the worst creatures you're going to encounter are these wyverns. Now in theory, the breath from the wyverns should do damage to my character, not just the card char. I have a lot of med brews in case that happens, but I'm sure you'll see throughout this challenge, the fire doesn't actually hurt me ever. I think we're in the clear for the fire. I think I've hit the node a good few times now. Its health dropped a good amount already on this round. I know we are getting dinos stuck on some of the spikes. Those guys are amazing for this because it gives me time to clear off the node and then I can go take those guys out later on. I love it. It kind of splits things up and makes it less chaotic for me. Now I've said it a few times, but these spikes just aren't a big deal. I mainly want to focus on the node. If we do multiple element veins, then you can easily rack up a ton of sheets that you can easily turn into dust and shards. So just to focus on the node and not getting out of hand on destroying all the spikes is kind of my plan. These challenges try to get you overwhelmed by hurling a bunch of dinos at you at one time, kind of like they're doing to me right now. But it's okay, you're on a card char, your card char should be doing massive damage, and remember, it does massive damage to the whole group at once, so it's actually better that all of these guys are grouped up at once. I want to make sure no sneaky boys are hanging around the node before I go off getting all these stragglers that are stuck on the spikes. Nice, and getting to the end of wave 2, these little blue circles are amazing. So glad they added that in this recent update. But let's go ahead and jump to the start of the crazy round 3. We are halfway done. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, starting round 3 with only 31,000 HP on the node isn't looking great. We really gotta make sure we protect it this round. I also gotta make sure I'm not the one hitting it, cause I think that was a big issue last round. And with these creatures starting to get pretty big, like the Spinos and the Wyverns, it's really taking out all of the surrounding spikes. I really hope we can make it through this challenge. I was very confident at the beginning, but things aren't looking good right now. But as you can see, we are on fire and my character is not taking any damage, only the demon lizard. And of course, there are all of these little rocks and cliffs that just make me keep flying. Not only is that hurting me a bit, but it's taking so long for me to land and start running after things again. But on the flip side, we keep seeing these guys getting stuck on the spikes, so I guess we could say it evens out a bit. These challenges have their ups and downs, which contributes to the difficulty. I mean, another big thing about that is the location of the element node. Like this location here is completely against us. All of these cliffs, I've said it a few times, keep making us fly. Shit. A meteor shower. Now to make this a bit easier for me now, we gotta turn the clouds and the fog off so that way I can see where the meteors are, because now I gotta dodge them. I'm not stopping. I'm halfway done, okay? I've been searching for this element vein for a minute now. I am not leaving my post. Let's hope all goes well going in round 4. This round is going to be tough and scary, but I am not going to give up until they destroy that node, or I win. I have high hopes because me and Stick did an OCD and a meteor shower showed up in the middle of it, just like this situation, and we did great actually. If I'm being honest, I think you have to get smacked directly by a meteor to get hit by it. So let's just hope we don't get unlucky here. These wyverns are really doing a number this round. Not looking great right now. One thing that's great about the element challenges, the levels on the creatures are not outrageous. The OSD Stick and I did had like 300 plus corrupted dinos. And the stegos are no joke. They're like indestructible. First they take reduced damage, then they have like 100,000 HP, and there's like 30 of them. That, and I found out that the harder OSDs actually go on for 7 rounds. And rounds 5 through 7 have enraged dinos, which are basically alphas. So you get those indestructible stegos, and then you get mega overpower rexes, wyverns, reapers, rock drakes. Yeah, we will get into some of those OSDs later on, but since I did 2 of these challenges back to back on the channel, I'm gonna split it up for the next couple of videos. I want to go on a taming spree on all of these new dinos that I've never tamed before. I want to explore the Titan caves before we actually take the Titans on, which will be 2 separate videos. And there's just a ton of stuff that I have planned for Extinction before the new Greek map gets added to the cluster. My Call of Duty videos have been doing pretty well, so if you are a new viewer from one of those videos, hi and thanks for joining us. Those videos are doing great, so I'm going to continue to pump out Call of Duty videos, but ARK will always have my heart, so I will continue to upload both. But Call of Duty kind of takes priority since it's doing a lot better than my ARK videos. And see, the meteor shower hasn't gotten in our way yet. I'm glad we haven't left. I don't think the showers are that big of a deal, knock on wood. And right as I say that, we almost get annihilated by a meteor. But like I said, I think they have to hit you directly, so even if they do land right next to us like that one just did, as you can see, we didn't take any damage, so it's okay. They are a lot more scary than they are actually deadly. And that's the end of round 4. We only got 1 round left. And entering this final round, we have damn near 20,000 HP still. That's a lot of HP to take out in one round. But it is the final round, so you never know. Wyverns are showing up before it even tells me how many enemies this round will have, wasting no time, I see. And there are a lot of flying boys this round. Oh damn, that was just a snack on the node. There were no dinos there. 17,000 on the nodes, and I do about 1,000 per bite. That means I can hit the node no more than like 15 times. Gotta be careful, we are in the final stretch here. Luckily, I ain't doing a whole 3,000 to the node per hit. It's only 1.2k, which is enough as is. Oh man, I keep hitting this thing and I'm getting scared. See, they don't do that much damage to the node if you look at the health bar. So it's me that's doing most of the damage for sure. I do see that some of them are down there munching on the stragglers. They can stay down there as long as they want. We got a lot of work to do up here for now. Having this pack stuck up here helps a bunch. That was like 6 hostiles right there. Now that we took out the big mob of dinos up here near the node, we can go down and get the stragglers that are at the bottom of the cliff here that have been stuck on these spikes. Just a few more dinos left, and we still have 11,000 HP. Snorlax has a few more nuggets here to clean up, and would you look at that? Handful of dinos left. Let's hit the speed up button because I want to start harvesting up all of this precious element. This time I did bring a mantis and a good pickaxe, so I'm excited. Jesus, that meteor was really close. Imagine I died right now after all 5 rounds are complete. And we're flying again. Golly, this vein location sucks. So if you didn't catch it when I was putting all of the element into the car chart, we got a total of 439 sheets, which is more than the 366 we got without the mantis. The mantis made a huge difference for real. And we got over 8,000 dust and 1,000 shards. So now we just got to take all of this home and dodge all of these meteors for a little bit longer. Cool. Okay, so since Snorlax has a ton of stuff on him, my plan here is to cryo him up. He will drop his inventory in a bag. I can shoot that bag with the cryo gun, encumber myself, but I can use the tech leggings to maneuver all of this stuff to its appropriate destination. Nice. I have these babies raising up right now. Gotta get some good stats on these ice ferrets because they are one of my favorite creatures. If you've made it this far and you are not subscribed, you should definitely consider going down and hitting that sub button. Maybe even leaving a like if you haven't already. It means a ton. That's going to be a wrap for today's video though. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one.